Hello everyone, this is Sarfraz from Aristotle Prep and we are looking at question 61 from the OG13 Critical Reasoning chapter. So the stimulus says, when there is less rainfall than normal, the water level of Australian rivers falls and the rivers flow more slowly. So when there is less rainfall, the rivers flow slowly. Because algae whose habitat is river water grow best in slow moving water, the amount of algae per unit of water generally increases when there has been little rain. So little rain means slow moving water means more algae. By contrast, however, following a period of extreme drought, algae levels are low even in very slow moving river water. So now the stem says which of the following does most to explain the contrast described above. And the contrast is in slow moving water, normally there is a lot of algae, but in this particular situation where you have slow moving water after a period of extreme drought, there is no algae. Why is this? Ideally, if it's slow moving water, algae should be high, algae levels should be high. So let's look at the option. A says, during periods of extreme drought, the populations of some of the species that feed on algae tend to fall. All the more reason for there to be a high levels of algae. Why is that not the case? B says, the more slowly water moves, the more conducive its temperature is to the growth of algae. Exactly the reason why there should have been algae in the water. But why is there no algae? C says, when algae populations reach very high levels, conditions within the river can become toxic or is of absolutely no use to us. The condition of the river, how does it make any difference? So I'm not even reading beyond that. D says, Australian rivers dry up completely for short intervals in periods of extreme drought. That looks like a good answer. Because if the river dries up completely, you see, algae is found in slow moving river water. It can't be found in no water. So if the river dries up, which means there is no algae, algae must be dying then. So then again, when the river starts to flow, it will take logically some time for the algae to develop. So D looks like a good answer. E says, except during periods of extreme drought, algae levels tend to be higher in rivers in which the flow has been controlled by damming than in rivers that flow freely. Absolutely of no use to us. So D for Denmark should be the answer to the question. On a difficulty scale of 1 to 5, I would give it 2.5. Have a nice day.